All right, here we go, everybody. Today we've got a scrimmage between the Orono Spartans, who are chanting and cheering over there, against our lovely squad of Stormhawks from CCHA. Just get my microphone all set up here. All right, it is a referee-controlled scrimmage here today, which is a little bit of fun, kind of a last-minute setup is what would have been a practice for us here today, but instead, the boys get to play a game. I think they're kind of discussing some of the rules here, but I think we're just going to play with standard Sport C rules here today. It should be a fun game. Not quite sure how this Orono team stacks up A to us, but B kind of in general. They are in a entirely different district, so we have not played them. But this is going to be a nice kind of warm-up for us going into our district play next weekend. I'm sorry, not even next weekend. Starting Wednesday evening, I think at 5:30, 5:45, something like that, is our first district game. I believe we play Minnetonka Black on Wednesday. Friday night, 7:15, they play Edina Black. And then I think we kept it in there, nice. And then on Saturday evening, 5:15, 5:30, something like that, they play against they play against the other CCHA team. So they are all in what's called the silver bracket for our district play. Here comes Orono getting a shot deflected behind the net by Thermer. Nice job there. But it's the silver bracket for very nice shin guard block there. Little shot, stop, deflected back down to the corner. Ethan Aldeball kind of tries to push it up and clear it out. But it is going to be should be fun. Should be a fun end of the season district tournament. That is gonna kind of clear us out for the rest of this hockey season. Ooh, nice shot, a little backhanded, really tough rebound there, and they just happened to be in the right place at the right time. So a tough one, not much Thermer could have done about that, other than try to redirect the rebound the other way, but sometimes you take what you can get. Looks like they're changing the lines up here a little bit. We've got White here with Lawler and Coons out there. Anderson and McKinley on defense. So that's going to be offsides here today. So, nice little change up here. Should be a fun one to watch. Coons tries to push it over. It's deflected back. White really gets a shoulder in there and kind of sends this one forward. Puts it right. Oh, it was almost looked like it was going to go on net there. It goes just wide, so that's going to be an icing call on CC here. I think Coach White's just kind of playing with a couple of the lineups here just to try and figure out what is going to be best going into the big district tournament here at the end of the season. So this looks like a nice little experiment here. Good way to kind of get their last minute end of the season, figuring out what kind of lineups and tweaks they can do to really maximize where they stack up in this tournament. So puck gets pushed back down into the corner. McKinley backhands it over to the other side. Asher Anderson's going to take it up the boards here. Tries to push it up. Orono keeping it in. Battling forward here at the top of the circle. Coons is getting his stick in there. Asher Anderson now fights for it down deep. Orono comes out with it here on the edge. Sends it across. Goes a little high, and so it goes all the way back to Lawler over on the other side there, who's playing for it down in the corner. Nice pass to the high slot by the Spartans. Not quite able to do something with it. Another one from the top. Really nice stop there by Thermer, deflecting it out wide. Little move there back in the corner. Comes back out to the Spartans once again. I believe this was Coons who was kind of calling for it, kind of hoping somebody could get up to it. He's going to skate it in here now. Nice little backhanded move. Comes back out to the blue line. Kept in nicely by Ecklo. White's chasing it down in the corner here. Lawler after it. Tries to send it across. Nobody really over in the slot there because Jacob White's back down in the corner on the other side. Really getting in there. Unfortunately, we just didn't get it having somebody to pass it to. Coons has it now. He's got Lawler over on the other side. Jacob White over on this side. Puck gets cleared out of the zone. Looks like it's going to go all the way down. That's going to be an icing call in Orono. I think they're going to get a lineup change here. Trying something else out here. So we've got Zimmerman, Pantages, and Lockwood out there. So basically just White and Lockwood switched lines here. Comes over to Lockwood's side here, kind of tries to backhand it in a little bit, changes direction. Zimmerman gets it, tries to toss it over to Pantages. Comes back up. Ecklo just unable to get that one on his stick. Orono gets it. Nice job by Hessler to come and sweep his way through. Tries to come over to Pantages up over on the blue line, but it gets knocked away by the Spartans. Comes over to Lockwood here on this near side. He's going to go ahead and skate it. Tries to push it up the boards. Gets knocked over here. Still kind of pushed up here. Zimmerman's got this puck. Gets taken down by an Orono player over here as well. Orono scoops this one up and takes it back the other way. Swiped there by Ecklo. Orono holds onto it. He's going to get a shot. No, knocked away by Pantages from the high slot. Really nice effort there by the show. Comes back out to the top of the circle. Really nice stop there by Thermer. Puck is still back behind the net. Ecklo gets it, sends it around. Looks like they've switched here, so Squires is over on this side. Comes off the shin pads there of Zimmerman. Really, really nice kick save there by Thermer. Knocks it down and covers it up. Gets a little head pat there by Ecklo, who recognizes that was a really excellent save. So they're going to change things up here now. Once again, we've got Kaufman, Lascalzo, and Squires out there. This line's been hot. No need to change anything up here, that's for sure. Nice little poke check there by Estabrook, who's going to take and skate this one up the other way. Shot from the top of the circle, deflected by an Orono Spartan there. Lascalzo's chasing it down in the corner. He's going to send it across. Squires is sitting in this usual spot, not quite able to get the puck there. Orono takes and skates it back the other way. Tries to take it on the outside there. Swiped away by Ethan Alderbaugh. Kind of gets a hold of this one and skates it back the other way. Stick handling his way through the middle. He's still got it. He holds on, shoots, goes back behind the net. Orono takes this one, skates it inside, then goes out to the outer edge here. Still skating. He's got Lascalzo on him coming back from behind. Makes a nice pass to the blue line. They get a shot. Deflected back down into the corner. Estabrook scoops this one up, takes back. Little stop-start there. Tries to pass it over on the opposite side. Does this have enough to get all the way down to the other side? It does. Going to have an icing call then here on CCHA. Good idea there by Estabrook, looking for the winger on the other side. Did make a pass through kind of the middle, but he had his head up the whole time. Took a nice long look, thought one of the wingers was going to be breaking up the side, wasn't quite able to do so. Nice little pass there by Coons to get it back to the defense, who send it around. The Orono defender, though, steps up and keeps this one in. Tries to get a little shot. Asher Anderson there out in front. Ooh, a little tricky little shot there by the Spartan. Comes over to Lawler here over on this edge. Ooh, tries to get a little stick on it there. Jacob White scoops this one up, tries to pass it up to Coons over on this near side, who is sweeping across the middle. It's actually a very nice pass, not quite able to come up with it. But that one's going to come in and out for an offsides call here on the Stormhawks. We've got about 5 minutes left here in this first period of play for the scrimmage against Orono here. It's a real nice arena. Everything looks nice. It looks like they've got a pretty strong tradition of hockey here. I'll kind of go over to maybe the banners here that are all sweeping across all the edges here. I can do that right now, but really nice, strong tradition here for some Orono hockey. Kind of did not realize how much competition this team has had over the last few years. Orono, kind of an up-and-coming area, really has had traditionally been kind of some farmland as I was growing up out here in the west side of the cities here. But looks like McKinley takes and squeezes his way through. He's going to get a shot from the top of the circle. Goaltender gets a pad on it. It's kind of still a loose puck in there, though. Battling for it in front. Kind of a long stop for the whistle for some hacking, but really nice job by the Orono goaltender for holding on to that puck and really staying with it. A little that red line on that circle can be a little tricky sometimes. Lockwood trips over that one. Loose puck over here, ends up getting over to the high slot by the Orono player, takes a redirect, it goes back the other way. McKinley steps up, pushes that one forward. Sorry, that was Hessler. I did not recognize him with his new helmet. He does not have a big blue helmet on here. We got Zimmerman taking this one, skating in. Pantages tries to sweep it over to Lockwood, but it gets redirected and sneaks through a whole bunch of players the other way. Eklo here on this side. Ends up coming up to Pantages, who skates it down the sideline here on this near side. Gets pushed away by the Spartans, battling for it now behind the net. Locke was kind of anticipating maybe it might come back behind the net. It sure does. He's getting the shoulder in there. Comes back this other way. It's a nice little shoulder there into the boards. Orono takes and skates this puck the other way. Eklo trying to get a stick in there, isn't quite able to do so. Puck tried to be taken away there by Hessler. Comes out to the high slot. Orono is going to get a shot. No, Pantages sweeps in from behind. Oh, here goes the show. Makes a nice little move. Oh, I thought he was going to get a move there in the middle, but ends up getting it back, taking it to the outside. Nice little shot. A little tricky shot there on the goaltender. Almost looked like he didn't quite get a handle on that one right away. Ends up covering it up. So we're going to have a face-off down to the Orono end. We got 2:45 left here in the first period. For another little face-off here. Score is 1-0, actually. Orono did not put that score up there earlier when it did happen, so I'll put it up there now. It's out over to the side. This is the Squires, Kaufman, Lascalzo line out there now. Estabrook and Aldeball here on defense. Looks like shot there, deflected back into the corner by Orono. Squires tried to put one on there. Back behind the net now. Orono takes it, skates it around, jukes out a Stormhawk, loses the puck, comes back out of the neutral zone. We're going to have to play with it here while we get back on side. We do. Estabrook has got a good head on his shoulder, nice hockey sense there. Squires backing him up now at the blue line, as Estabrook was getting a little aggressive there. Now he goes back in. Estabrook stays back at the blue line, defending that spot. Gets sent back down into the corner. Squires putting a little effort in here. Puck gets sent back out into the middle. Estabrook intercepts, takes it and skates it back the other way. Nice little hockey sense there. Move goes in and out, out to in. Shot! Deflects off the goalie's pad. Lynn Estabrook with the goal. Brings this score back to 1-1 here in a scrimmage against Orono. Really nice play there. Kind of a tricky little shot. Goes right in that 5-hole slot of the goaltender by Flynn Estabrook. Nice little pass up the edge here. I was wondering if they might consider calling that one an icing call. I couldn't quite tell where the pass was from or if we got a hold of it. But nice job there by Anderson. Sneaks one through. Good effort there by Coons on a second chance. Gonna have a third one here even. Skates it around, little back, loose puck out front, ends up in the hands of an Orono defender who takes the skates this one back the other way. Goes up the middle through the neutral zone. Got a couple of being surrounded by a squad of Stormhawks here. Gets sent back down over to the other side. Jacob White deep. He's got Coons up in the middle who's calling for it. Gets the pass up, skates it up the outside, tries to weave through the hands of the defender, but it gets knocked away. Jacob White then takes and dumps this one in. Lawler over on the other side tries to send it across the middle. Loose puck through the middle. Not quite able to get a stick on that one. Jacob White now is going to do the same thing. This one ends up bouncing off a couple of Orono defenders here. Really nice job there, though, of changing direction and kind of staying with the play. Back down behind the net now. Lawler. Coons out front. Gets a shot. Comes back over. Asher Anderson steps up. Loose puck out in the high slot. Tries to get a last-minute shot in there, but that horn brings us to the end of the first period. The score of this matchup here today is 1-1 after 1. All right, we're going to start the second period here today. In the hometown of Orono, invited us here for a scrimmage here today. We got Lockwood really scooting through the middle. He's going to get a quick little shot. Backhanded goal! Johnny Lockwood! Huge effort. He darts after that one and gets in there for the goal. Jonathan Lockwood. That's the effort that we are looking for, my friend. Starts off strong. Zimmerman now, right off the bat, actually gets sent back the other way here. Pantages sending it up here this near side, ends up coming back to the defender. Hessler sends it deep in. Goes across. Lockwood, the speedster over there, really gonna go after this one. Knocks it away. Pantages taking this one up. Loses it back down to the corner. He's gonna have to chase it down. Hessler deciding whether to pinch or not. Ends up staying back because he knows he's got Pantages and Zimmerman over there. Hessler gets it. Takes a big little slapper there. Kind of a little snapshot, really. He steps up there, tries to get it. Lockwood tries to, that's the Squires now. Lockwood came out after that hard skate. Pantages now into the corner. Hessler on the near side pushes this one back into the zone over to Pantages, who sends it across over to Squires there on the other side. Nice little stop move there, kind of try and bring it back. but ends up the Spartan player was trying to skate it up there, but it was intercepted by Hessler. Their defense and then gets a hold of it and sends it across. Hessler's got this one now. Tries to make a move to the inside, loses the puck, gonna get a shot from the top of the circle. Thermer tries to sit on that one. Wasn't quite able to get a handle on it, and Orono comes up with a goal. That brings the score to 2-2 here. Early in the second period. We've got 10:23 left here. They're going to put that goal on the board. We'll change the shift here. Kaufman, Lascalzo, and Squires out there now. Puck drop. Kaufman sends it over to Squires over there on the other side. Kaufman really trying to take a note off of Johnny Lockwood there and tries to dart forward and try to push his way through. Isn't quite as successful, but the effort was certainly there. Estabrook tries to skate it up here taking it from the far side to the near side. Lots of effort here. Ooh, gets it back here at the blue line. Ooh, out to in, gets a shot, redirected. Tough one for the goalie to handle, but he does. Gets sent over to the far side there. Defender tries to sneak up and slap one in. Scalzo then redirects it back in, but Orono finally ends up with this puck and skates it out. Loses it from behind from Kaufman, and then Kaufman gets it snatched away from him. Over on that far side, Squires gets it taken away from him. Really nice shot there after the takeaway by Orono. Ooh, pass, tries to hit Lascalzo on this near side, so that's going to be, looks like it's going to be an icing call here on the Stormhawks. Really nice vision there. Good pass up this from the far side to the near side here, but they weren't quite able to connect with ending up in an icing. Bringing it all the way down. Thermer's going to have to get in there, get a good look at this face-off. They did get a change out there, so they've got the Coons Lockwood Lawler line, or Coons White Lawler line out there. Sent over on the near side here, McKinley back in the corner. Gonna go ahead and get this puck. Tries to backhand it over to the other side. He's got Asher Anderson really staying home there. Decides he's not going to go after that one. Gets sent through the middle. That's Coons. Back down to the corner once again. Hessler sends it through the other side. Sends it all the way around. Looks like it was Jacob White over on that far side wasn't able to connect. This is McKinley here. Tries to pass it over the other side. Thermer steps up and poke checks that one away. Wow, that was really great goaltender play, but the pressure was on, and Orono comes up with another goal. Just rebound after rebound. Those are just, you can't, that's tough. Gotta clear that puck out. So we do get another little change here. We got Zimmerman Lockwood and Fantasia in the middle. We've got Eklo and Hessler in the back. Hessler's got this. He decides to pass it up the middle. Tries to hit Lockwood over on there on that far side. Here comes Lockwood. Tries to get a stick in there and ends up getting it back, taken down here. But he gets back up on his feet. Orono takes and skates it back the other way. Lockwood tries to scoot it up the boards. Gets caught in the skates. The referee over there ends up getting it anyways. Tries to send it across over to Pantages. See if the show can get in there. He does. Gets a shot. Goal! Lockwood to Pantages. Pantages races and gets the shot all the way over to the other side. Eddie the Show lets it go, and it goes right into the net. That brings the score 3-3 here with about 7.5 minutes left here in the second period. Really nice job of these players looking for the open part of the net and shooting at the open part of the net rather than at the goaltender. Really excellent sniper shooting, really. Looks like Hessler was trying to decide whether he wanted to skate that one up or not, or kind of go after it, or if he should step back. Decided to go step up with it. Really nice back check there by the center, Connor Kaufman. Squires ends up getting this one. Gets just past the red line, shoots it down. We're gonna have a little dump and chase here. He actually is the one that couldn't go get it first. Loose puck out front. Connor Kaufman tries to scoop it up. Stopped at the blue line and kept in by Caleb Ecklo. Orono finally gets it, redirects it, passes it up the far side of the boards. Hessler puts in all kinds of effort there. Goes over the other side. Shot once again redirected back behind the net by Thurman. Hessler chasing it down back behind the net. Ecklo has it now over to that far side. We've got Jace Squires going to try and push it up the boards here. Nothing but Orono players there, though, backing them up. Everybody's trying to get a stick in there. Finally, Squires does and knocks it away. Orono sends it back down deep into the corner here. Hessler's going to skate it. Ends up going up the boards. He's got Squires over there on the far side. Does come out into the neutral zone, so Orono is at the very least going to have to regroup. They do. Everybody gets out of the zone. They just kind of dump it in. Stopped by Ecklo. Ends up getting caught. Ooh, nice little backhanded pass there by the Spartans. Really good shot there by, wow, look at that stick grab by Arik Thurman.
And then he reaches.
Good swarm play there in front of the net. And Arik gets a hand on it. That gives us a face-off. Nice little regroup here down in our own end. We've got Coons, Waller, and White out there. Aldeball and Estabrook on defense. That's Flynn Estabrook there. Skates it. He's gonna make his way around. Well, gets a little body block. Takes it here. He tries to use his long stick to send it around. Ends up finally just getting it taken away from him. We've got Aldeball ends up doing a nice job here, saying, "Yeah, we got two Orono players coming at me. He's gonna back up." Sent back around all the way over to the other side by Jonah McKinley. Orono gets it over in the boards up near the blue line. They just kind of send it back down deep once again. Jacob White has it. He sends it up the boards all the way to the Orono defender, who's going to scoop it up, shoot it. Back on the backside here, Lawler's chasing it down, tries to send it up the boards to Coons in the middle, ends up bouncing her out into the high slot for the Orono player. Defender backhands it, keeps it in. Lawler intercepts, skates it back the other way. A little out and in here in the neutral zone for an offsides call on the Spartans. Pretty good hockey here for an end of the season matchup between two non-district teams. Team we don't get to play really ever unless we're going to scrimmage them or are in a tournament. We have not seen these Spartans, but they seem to be two pretty even matched up teams. Kind of changing blows, going back and forth. Nice coming up the edge there. We got Lockwood back down in the corner, really battling for it there. Pantages, Zimmerman. Pantages gets it, tries to get the shot. Ooh, little mishandled puck out front. Lockwood skating after it now into the corner. Gets pushed up. Oh, high slot. Pantages makes a move. See if he can get a shot here. Oop. A little going wrong on my zoom here. Sorry about that. Zimmerman backhands it over. Lockwood kind of tries to get it. It was a high puck there. Nice patience there. But they do end up calling it an offside. Looked pretty good to me, but they call the offsides there. Pardon me. I'm going to keep this same lineup out there. Zimmerman, Pantages, Lockwood. Zimmerman passes it back to the defense, or to McKinley over on the other side, tries to bounce it up the boards to Pantages. Zimmerman chasing it down. Now Lockwood tries to get a stick in there. Intercepted there by Zimmerman. Does a nice job of getting it back out into the neutral zone. Orono defender gets it, passes it back, regroups. A lot of back and forth here in the neutral zone. Seeing what they can do. Bounces off the boards. Sent up in there. Orono defender gets it. He's going to skate it back around the net. He's got two Stormhawks though with him, really looking to intercept. Lockwood now has it behind the net. He's coming at it here from that far side to the near side, really battling for it back there. Got Zimmerman chasing it down here. Anderson steps up, gets a stick in there. Fighting for it there on the boards. They end up blowing the whistle. Must have been an offsides call here. Got 3 minutes left here in the second period. Score still 3-3. A little puck drop here. We had a change of shift. We got Lascalzo, Kaufman, and Squires out there. We got Hessler and Eklo on defense. Hessler sends it down deep. Connor Kaufman's going to chase down the Orono defender here. You got Squires trying to weave his way around the referee there. Comes back out to the defender. Gets a shot by Eklo. Squires tries to get a stick in there. The garbage man gets one. Redirects it back down in the corner. Lascalzo sends it across. Loose puck ends up in the skates of the Spartan, who kicks it back behind the net. Another one scoops it around. Loses the puck, though, at the blue line, but it does get pushed back out into the neutral zone. Hessler steps up, shoots it in. We're going to be an offsides call here on the Stormhawks. Looks like Orono is going to get a change of shift out there. The Stormhawks in black here are going to stick with what they got. Pushed into the zone. Defender ends up coming out with it. He's going to skate it here. Does a nice job of sending it down deep. Goes back behind the net. Comes all the way through the other side. He tries to backhand it in here. Eklo's going to take this one, skate it up. He was skating pretty fast at it, and Squires was slowing down, so he does a nice job of reading the direction of play. Ooh, loose puck out front. Little backhanded scoot. Didn't quite come up with it, though, and the Spartans take it back the other way for a little 3-on-2. Sent back down into the zone. Gets taken out by Hessler. Loses the puck in front of the net. Kaufman, though, really nice here. He's going to get some effort in there. They are on sides, but it does come back out into the neutral zone. Looks like Hessler's got it. He sends it down deep in there. We got Lascalzo, though, really getting in there. Hessler keeps it in, sends it across. Back down into the corner. Lascalzo chasing it now. Orono comes up with it, sends it back over on this near side. Jacob White gets a hold of this one, sends it around. Looks like we got a half a line shift here. Coons out there in the middle. Comes back to the defense. Defense sends it in. Coons is right there. Lascalzo still over on the wing side here on this near side. Coons over back down deep. Battling for it. Comes back out. Nice little move there by Estabrook's. Going to get a shot from the high slot. Bouncing around. Coons right there. Back down into the corner. Lascalzo redirected. Aldeball takes and pushes this one in. Coons really tries to get a hold of this one. Gets caught up in his skate there in the high slot. Orono finally gets it, skates it back the other way. They got a couple of guys on us coming back the other way. A little 1-on-2 makes his move. Not really nice play there by the defense. Ethan Aldeball takes the skates this one back the other way. But the horn brings us to the end of the second period. Tie is scored. Score is tied 3-3 here at the end of 2. face off here at the start of the third period. Score is all tied up here in this scrimmage between the Spartans of Orono and the Stormhawks from the Chaska-Chanhassen Hockey Association. The combined schools of Chaska-Chan. Starting off with this Coons White Lawler line. Ends up, they are doing a nice job of putting the pressure on here, but just not quite able to come up with anything. Really, really nice pass there by Orono, but he is just squeezed through the middle. Ends up getting taken away here by Estabrook. Makes a move, makes another move. Gonna get a shot from the top of the circle. Loose puck in front. Really nice opportunity for a rebound. Estabrook really just couldn't get his balance to get another shot in there. Ethan Aldeball takes and just kind of pops this one back in there. Also kind of lose off balance. But this puck gets shot back out into the neutral zone. Estabrook's going to have his head on a swivel here. He was kind of being zoned in on here by the Spartans. Loose puck here at the neutral zone. Oh, gets bounced off the boards and ends up right on net. Goaltender sits down on that one. Looks like they may be going running time here for this third period. So I may start the clock here once this timer hits 15 minutes. So and that way we can try and see if we can keep time here for what's actually happening. So sorry if this camera work sucks here for a second, but I'm just trying to line up this time. There we go. So hopefully we can get this timer going. Is now going. There we go. That is pretty close. Orono has it. They take it. They're going to get a nice little breakaway. A little 2-on-1. Beautiful pass. Thermer's going to have to get up. Back down into the corner now. Stormhawks finally get back a hold of this one, take it back the other way. Eddie the Show is going to skate it down here. Gets it taken away here in the neutral zone. Asher Anderson really does a job there trying to step up. I think they're going to call a penalty here on Asher Smasher Anderson. Looks like they ended up taking a minute off the timer, so but it is still running time, so it's not quite lined up. They took a minute off, so instead of like 14:30, it's 13:30. But Orono takes and skates it up. Oh, comes back out to the defense, who sends it back down in there here. The Stormhawks are on a penalty kill right now, so the Spartans have an extra player. They end up offsides here over on that far side. Let me see if I can change the timer here, and I can't. So that's frustrating. That is definitely one of my chief complaints with this particular software that I'm using for this streaming, is that it's difficult to handle the timer. But nonetheless, here we are, down a player. Eklo tries to does a nice little pass there up to Squires. He's skating it end to end. He's gonna get a shot here. Goes topside, shorthanded goal. Jay Squires puts the Stormhawks on top, 4-3. Jay Squires goes end to end. Nice little pass down from the corner. I believe Eklo Had a pass up to Squires, and then Squires goes from blue line to goal line. Got to change a shift out here. Looks like the penalty is over, so they are back up to full strength. All the ball in the corner. Estabrook here skating it up. Kind of classic cross ice. Tries to get a nice little backhanded pass up to Lawler. That way he was able to kind of skate around, get back into his defensive position, really trying to change his mindset here. But ends up coming back. Lawler changes direction here in the neutral zone, gets a little shot on, goes back in the corner. Coons is going to chase it back behind the net. The Spartan defender makes a move from the outside to the inside, and then ends up getting a pass over this far side here, taken away by Ethan Aldeball. Is going to skate it up from, well, he's going to do his version of a little cross ice skate, loses it in the skates of the referee. Orono takes and passes. This goes back the other way. Comes back out to Jonah McKinley, who's just trying to kill time, and gets it taken away from him by the Orono player. Jacob White then loses it. Loose puck right on the red line, sent down deep by Flynn Estabrook for an icing on CCHA. Well, looks like they took more time off the clock, so now it is nowhere near. We have 10 minutes and 17 seconds. So they took 3 minutes off the clock, essentially. Battling for it now. See, this is what I get for trying to start the clock and getting it on time here. We got Eddie the Show. He's going to try to weave his way through 3 Orono defenders and isn't quite able to do so, not surprisingly. But, you know, you gotta try and make a show of it, really. Orono gets it, just kind of standing there. Ethan Aldeball gets a stick on this one and ends up deflecting it back into the corner. He's going to try and skate it. Does a nice little cross-ice pass. Lockwood over here on this near side has done a nice job of skating with. Does a good job of staying onside. Zimmerman with his patience. Little backhanded shot. Loose puck out front. Comes back to the blue line. Kept in by McKinley. Ends up in the hands of Asher Anderson. Sends it across. Loose puck out front. McKinley's going to get it again. Going to get a shot. Right on net. Goaltender covers that puck up. 9 minutes, almost exactly. They're just taking all kinds of time off this clock. Actually, you know what? Here's what it is that I think that clock is just running really fast. That actually makes a lot of sense. I'm just gonna stop this. I'm gonna change it. And, because it's just confusing. I think their clock runs really fast here. I think that's what the issue is. We got a loose puck in the high slot. Hessler gets a shot. Shot from the slot there by, looks like I think that's Squires out there. Back out into the neutral zone. Hessler scoops this one up. Goes across, tries to make a nice little bounce pass there to Lascalzo on that far side. Really good effort there by Lascalzo with the stops and starts getting in there. Loose puck in the middle. Eklo steps up. Kaufman in the top of the zone there. Ooh, finally deflected back into the corner. Squires is chasing it. Eklo tries to wind up, gets it taken away by the Orono defender, but Hessler sweeps in, backing up his fellow defenseman. Really nice team play there by those two. Eklos out in front. Makes a nice pass over to Lascalzo. Wasn't quite able to hold on to it, though. Back out front, Echo's got it again. He's got his head up. Nice, another nice backhanded pass to Lascalzo. Lascalzo just tried to get a stick in there to push it up to Kaufman. Wasn't quite able to do so. Bounces off the glass on this near side by the Spartans. Squires has it here again. He's got Kaufman in the front. Loose puck. Got a shot right on there. Kaufman just didn't see it. Thought it was going back behind the net, as did I. Estabrook bounces it off the board, skates it back the other way. My guess is he's just going to keep skating it. He does. We got a 2-on-1 here. Shot from the top, deflected into the corner. Kaufman loses control on his skates there. Backhands it around, goes back into the hands of the Orono defender who skates it up the boards. Wind up there at the blue line. Doesn't, and it ends up going back onto the neutral zone. They get it, they throw it in, icing waved off by the referee. Orono has it, redirects it back the other way, tries to pass it up the boards. Aldeball steps up, misses. Sorry, that wasn't Aldeball, that was White. But that's going to be an offsides there on Orono. So we're going to have a face-off there on the far side of the neutral zone on the Stormhawks end. Clock says 5.5 minutes running time left here in this third period. Back to the defender on this near side is Estabrook, who has this. Makes a little spin move there, and then outside to inside. Gets caught up in the skates of Jacob White. Finally gets it back, makes a beautiful pass over to Lawler over on the far side. Lawler just gets put down by a shoulder from the Spartan. Aldeball does a nice job of getting back. He's got to change direction, though, by the Spartans. Then he gets a stick in there. Now he sends it around. He's got Lawler over on that far side. We've got Coons way up here right in the middle. Lawler ends up trying to skate it out, though, because Coons ended up getting behind the defender, but finally Orono takes and scoots this one, and then they come back and shoot it the other way. Thurmer was rolling with the shooter and lost where he was in front of the net. He just doesn't have the body size to cover that whole thing, as they are only 10 years old. But that's pretty much what happened on our goals as well. So that brings the score now to 4-4 here with 4 minutes left here in the third period. We got to change a shift. Oh, whoa! He comes up with the stop. The wraparound attempt by loose bug out front. Thurman's got to get back up. He does, deflected back into the corner once again. Anderson sends it around. Kind of a frantic scramble in front of the Stormhawks net. The pressure is still on, though, by the Spartans. Finally gets it out of the zone by Pantages. Lockwood tries to put on some pressure here to take it back the other way, though. But they lose control of it. Move there out front. Thurman's going to have to come up big. He does! But gives up the rebound, and they scoop in for the score. Late score by the Spartans. Brink puts them up 5-4 late here in the third period. Running time, 3 minutes left. Gonna have to come up with something to try and put them back in this game. But once again, a couple of very even teams, but our Stormhawks kind of coming up short. Hoffman, nice individual effort here. He's got this puck. He's gonna makes a nice move there, but the goaltender gets a stick in there. Beautiful skate by Connor Kaufman. Orono finally gets this, skates it back the other way. Eklo gets a stick in there. Does a nice job of kind of a backward skating sweep to get in there. Gets out on that far side. Now Kaufman tries to get a stick in there once again. Loose puck here in the neutral zone. He does come up with it. He's got Squires in the middle. He puts it on net. Squires isn't quite able to get in position for where that rebound went. He was kind of hoping it would get pushed back his way. It doesn't. Eklo, nice pass over to Lascalzo. Oh, gets pushed away by the Spartan defender. Wishes he could have that one back, I'm sure. Orono taking it back the other way now. I believe that is McKinley over there on the far side. Or is it Hessler? Nope, I believe it's Hessler, actually. He's got the blue breezers, the navy blue. He's going to try and just power his way through the middle. Eklo ends up with it on his stick, skates it up. Gonna get tries to pass it over. Gets deflected back behind the net. Everybody kind of scrumming down there, as you will. Squires is back in the corner now, sends it back around. Scalzo down deep now, misses it back behind the net. Orono takes it, skates it back the other way. Their defender tries to send it all the way across. Looks like they're going to go ahead and blow an icing call, but there is only 40 seconds left here running time. So they're going to have to skate down there fast. Come on, hustle up, boys, if you want to get a face-off in. Here we go. Puck drop, sent back down over to this near side. Jacob Boyd. No, Orono gets it and skates it back the other way. That's going to basically be the end of the game here. We got 15 seconds. See if they can kind of come up with it here. 10. Back out here to the defender. Just kind of playing with it, frankly, with 3 seconds left. And they're going to come up big. Orono comes out on top here today. Really, the story of our season has been coming out on the bottom side of close games. Shots on goal, we had more than they did. We just were not able to capitalize. But it was a fun scrimmage here today. Glad we could put this one together, give them a little game, last minute game experience here before the district tournament. Hopefully they kind of learned something here today, trying something that they can bring back to the games starting Wednesday evening, Wednesday 5:15, I believe. Join us for our first district game against Minnetonka Black. Hope to see you then. Hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you on Wednesday.